Welcome to the screencast where I will show you how I want you to use hypothesis to annotate the article Campuses Are Places for Open Minds, Not Where Debate is Closed Down by Jonathan Haidt and Nick Haslam. So what I want you to do is to go to, it's now the item is open on Blackboard, so go in, and then when you get in, you will notice that there at the top of the page there's this stuff about the name of the item, where it appears, and also you have a little tray right here. The tray opens and closes. Right? If that eyeball is like that, you will see all of the highlights. And if you don't want to see the highlights the first time through because you want to look at the unhighlighted piece, which I recommend, just click on the eyeball and it'll get rid of the highlights. And what I want you to do is just kind of scroll down, look at stuff. Skimming is an art, and part of the art is letting your attention wander until something grabs its attention. The graphics always grab my attention. And this one is labeled fragile. There's an egg carton. There's an egg. Eggs are tougher than we think. So maybe they're trying to say something about students because it's a student who can't be out. You just scroll down the page. Oh, there's a link. I better check that out later. Scroll down. There's another link somewhere. It's interesting. Safe place. I was drawn by the quotation marks. Another set of quotation marks. There's a phrase I've never heard of before, concept brief. Just kind of scroll down. Of course, there's an italics. So now I'm going to read all that. A single action will be quickly off the book. I read it or not, but it's interesting. PTSD. There's a short paragraph. The culture of victimhood, I've heard about that. There's Emory and Yale mentioned together. That's just a cool word, life. I like that one. But I don't want to annotate. Open that back up. And then just kind of scroll. Ian Hacking, philosopher. I might look that up. Or when I annotate, I might ask, put that in as a question. Looping effect, no idea. There's an author I know, Nassim Taleb. I've read some of his other books. There's one called The Black Swan, Anti-Fragile, I've heard about, but not read. I'll look at that. Always look at those. Follow the link down the rabbit hole. And here's the authors. And this is where they write. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good site. Not that I agree with everything there, but I think it's well made. All right. Now, we're over here. I want to take the eyeball and make everything open again. So here's the annotations, and here's the page notes. The page notes here are the directions that I want you to follow, and I'm going to go through this fairly quickly because I don't want this screencast to be too long. But of course, the first thing we did was skim. The second thing we're going to do is to read it closely and privately annotate. That's important. You want all your annotations on this next pass through the article to be private. So you're reading along, say you're reading, you get to this point and you say, I have trouble here. I'm going to annotate them. And I'm going to say, let's see, this polarized image. What exactly is polarized in here? Okay, so I'm asking that as a general question to everybody. Anybody who wants to answer it can. Maybe somebody's got some expertise on this. Maybe somebody will look the definition up. But And this is the main difference between this use of hypothesis and the last time we used it. I want you to tag what it is. And this is going to be private. No, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. I can go back and change it. That means that I'm going to create a tag here. And the way you create a tag is you simply type. For me, I type in hashtag, and I go up and I look into page notes. And look, there's all these tags that I want you to use. And I think one of the tags I want to use is, it's not there, it should be there. What I want to do is I'll just make one up. Okay? I'll just go to the bottom of the page. And I'll type in hashtag E300, and you can make these hashtags up as many as you want. E300 WKU, and then I use the bracket. It's not absolutely essential that you do it this way. Just make sure that you use it for the ones that I put up there, and then I'll put in the question. And I'll hit enter, and the tag is added to that one. Now I don't want it to be public yet. I want it to be private. So I'm going to say only me, and then I'm going to click that. And there it is. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go, if you find somebody else's, and ultimately, if you look at the directions again, and just read the directions, go back and read them again if you want to. Okay, once you've privately tagged and annotated the article, then I want you to go back in and take at least 3 of your private annotations and make them public. And I don't know if you remember how to do that, but it's fairly simple. Let's just say that was only me. So this is a private annotation. And these will only work for your own. It won't work for somebody else's. Click edit. And go down to where it says post to only me. Click that. And you post it to the class. That's a public annotation. And then you click it. And there it is. So, once you've done the private annotations, you decide which ones are going to be public, and you make them public, and use the hashtags as you go. And remember, the hashtags are up here. You see, these are just ones that I thought of. And the idea is to use these hashtags as a way to, we'll use these in class. I'll talk to you about these in class. All right? Sounds good to me. Let's call it done there. If you have any more questions, we'll talk about it in class on Wednesday. And there we go.